What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rory Gissing, a men's physique IFBB pro. We are officially 1 week away from the Toronto Pro, my big show of the year. And if you couldn't tell, I'm not in my studio because I'm here in Toronto already. This is my day one. We touched down last night. Pretty much no food, went straight to bed, woke up stupid o'clock in the morning and kind of just tried to sleep through it to get over the jet lag. But this video is going to be all about my day one, how I got on with the flight. So today's video is just going to be about my personal update with how I'm getting on leading up to the show, how I got on with the flight, today, and how I got on with my workout. I filmed a good back workout for you guys, so I'll put all that in this video as well. That's something to come up. 8-hour flight yesterday to get from London to Toronto, and essentially I did a whole day of only protein and fats, so no carbs at all. I even reduced my vegetables way down just because I didn't want to get any of the stomach bloating issues, because when I fly, I get really gassy. I don't know if that's just me or anyone else, but I get terrible bloating when I fly for whatever reason that is, so I cut all vegetables out as well. So it was pretty much turkey mince, beef mince, almond butter. I did start the morning off with some eggs, so that was lovely. And I think that's pretty much the only foods I ate all day. Every meal did have 2 grams of salt, and I made sure my water was remained the same. So I normally have 2 grams of salt with every meal anyway. So that stayed the same. Water stayed the same at 6 liters. Made sure I finished that pretty much. It was extended longer because of the time difference. So when I landed, I knew I had another hour before I was going to go to bed to have another liter, just so I wasn't pissing so much on the flight and just get my body sort of readjusted to the new time zone here, because we are 5 hours ahead. Behind? Ahead. I'll have to figure that one out. So there's a 5-hour time difference, so I need to get reclimatized to the time. So I went to bed at 11 o'clock. Toronto time, which of course is like, 4 o'clock in the morning, UK time. But I still managed to wake up at 5 in the morning, so I am a little bit jet lagged, a little bit tired, and nonetheless, it was enough sleep for me to get a decent workout in. And when I woke up this morning, I hit an all-time low. Only by 1 pound, but still that's very, very unusual to have an 8-hour flight and have no water retention. In fact, I came up drier. I didn't cut water off. Like I said, the only thing I did cut off were the carbs. So that worked exceptionally well for me. And it's good to know that my body can handle that quite well. So today I actually bumped up my carbs to recover a little bit better. I'll put the macros on the screen here. For the last 2 weeks, I've only been having 80 grams of carbs per day. So as you can see, I had 150 grams of carbs today, just because I was a little bit too flat, in my opinion, for going into what is now going to be the depletion for the show. Energy-wise and performance-wise, it didn't make that much of a difference, like bumping up my carbs, just because at this stage you shouldn't really be training to 100%. It probably should only be about 70 to 80%. Very hard to actually do, so I was probably doing a bit more 80 to 90%, just because it feels good. So you kind of want to train to failure, but at the same time, I got to the reps where I would stop when I would struggle, and I wouldn't go, into that place in the back of your head where you're like, right, let's grind out a couple more reps to get absolute failure. So once I hit kind of like a natural failure before I had to really dig deep, and that's when I cut off the exercise. That's when I would finish the exercise, finish the set, and then do another set afterwards. The good thing about that is you actually don't really have to do a back off set, because you're not going to true failure. You kind of just get to use the same weight, so you don't get to do a top set back off. I kind of just use the same weight going through all the sets for this workout. Every time I'm in Toronto, I always train at the same gym, which is Conquer Fitness on Bloor Street West. Very good gym, highly recommend it. And I do know the owner, he's a very good friend of mine. So again, it's nice to go and support the community and support your friends. So without further ado, this is my day one in Toronto, back day at Conquer Fitness.
Every time you test a new kit, you've always got to reassess it. For this one, it bends, the handles bend a little bit down. Just pulling my elbows slightly different to what I'm used to. Just adjust the hands, adjust the placement, and go again. Of course, I'll need to use some straps. Tough reps. Give these a go. Feels odd not pushing yourself. Why don't you do a couple more? I mean, one, I don't have the energy. I saw me struggle with that. But just switching into that mental, that place where you need to go to dig deep and get the extra couple reps. But, you know, that's not what peak week's about. Peak week's about just flooding the blood with muscle, flooding the muscle with blood, and just keeping it active, keep it turned on. You're not growing muscle at this stage. Plus I'm jet lagged, flight in yesterday. Not a lot of sleep. I'm not dehydrated. Hydration was pretty bang on. But yeah, move the weight, stretch everything, as you saw. Slight pause in the stretches. 70 to 80% workout. Get it done. Go home. I'll do the first one. Let's have a look around, see what we can do. I want to get some lat activation going now. I'm struggling with my thickness a little bit, so I want to start on a fitness exercise, get some of that mid-back fired up. Those rhomboids, lower traps. And now we're going to hit some lats. Still a bit of thickness, of course. I'm going to probably do some single arm stuff, just make sure both sides are firing. Let's get at it. Feels good. I just like being a bit higher when I do that, so I can just drive my elbow right into my hip almost. So I have to just kneel on that just to get myself higher. Otherwise I'll be pulling from up here. Right, pump's good enough now. Let's do this. Yeah. Quick breather before I do the next arm. You don't want to do one arm fatigued, just from an oxygen deprivation standpoint. Wow. It's amazing how fast that fatigue accumulates just from one day of flying. After a flight, I was feeling good. Like 4 sets in, wrecked already. Peak week, baby. But now when I do the single arm, it's weird because it is a lat movement for me. But at the same time, I like to feel my lat really attached to my spine. So I come down. At the end, I feel it really pull around onto my spine, if that makes sense. So I'm pulling backwards, but I also feel my lat pull it around. Lovely. Look at this, lovely organization. Love a gym that can organize their dumbbells. Well done, Conquer. Really well done. Yeah. Oh, that was heavier than I thought it was going to be. I was supposed to be a 12. What was that? I think I got a 9. Yeah, gonna have to go down. I normally have this way further up the workout chain. I'll do this first or second, just being a big compound movement. However, compound movements are slightly more dangerous. So I put it down the pecking order, have a bit more fatigue accumulated, and just chase that pump, chase the good form, chase the stretch, and suck it up because that was heavier than I thought it was going to be. Always be out of the way of the dumbbell rack. Come on. That was better. Ooh. Feels good. Pump's nice. Not too flat, so I can still feel the movement. When you're very flat, the pump is awful. I just can't feel anything, but I can feel that. Feels good. On to the next. Engage the lats first before the movement. You see the pull down. Now we start from here. Yeah. Elbows in front. Lovely. this is not going well. Ooh. And that is that. Off to do 30 minutes of cardio. Probably drop the cardio after tomorrow's cardio. It's going to be the last one. Tomorrow being Monday before the Sunday show, just to reduce the fatigue. I like keeping cardio in, so I'll do my steps, but no active cardio. Let's get it done.
So that's my day one in Toronto. Everything is going really well so far. Next time you see me, I might look a little bit different because the beard is going to be gone. I've decided to take that off for the show, so keep an eye out for that. So I got to take every day as it comes. So I won't be able to sit here and discuss my plan for the rest of the week leading up to the Toronto Pro, because every morning I got to assess the look, see how I am, to see if I'm drying out, see if I'm retaining water, see how flat I am, see how full I am. So I can't tell you the exact plan. However, the current plan is to assess tomorrow, potentially have just a normal baseline day, and then start the depletion going into Tuesday. So tomorrow being Monday, Tuesday is depletion day, so I'll deplete for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, pretty much trace carbs and some proteins and fats, and of course some vegetables is where the trace carbs are going to be, just so I have some fiber in my system. Friday is going to be my first day of the load, Saturday is day 2 of the load, Sunday being the show day. But like I said, anything can change between now and then, so every day we got to reassess the plan. Sometimes you're going to have to reassess the plan after every meal. That's going to come a little bit closer to the show, especially when we do the carb load. But the biggest difference that I'm going to be doing between this show and the last show I did in Hungary, where I had an absolutely terrible look on stage, is I don't want to do hardly any water manipulation. That's what just crushed my physique. Instead of actually drying out, I got very watery, like very watery. I gained 12 pounds of water the following day. Just goes to show my kidneys were just having none of it. I do not respond very well to dehydration. Guys, make sure to subscribe to see how I get on in the show and what I'm doing every day leading up to the Toronto Pro. I'm not sure I had the capacity to film every single day while I'm here, so make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, where I can just throw on a story to give everyone the updates very quickly and easy for me. Also guys, let me know if you like my vlogging videos or if you prefer me to just stick to the educational type videos. Or let me know in the comments if you like both, so you get to see the bodybuilding side of things and you get to be educated on everything that I've learned in the journey thus far. But that's everything for today guys. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.